They've been here before. Israel's President Reuven Rivlin last gave Benny Gantz the opportunity to form a government in October. That time it ended in failure and eventually a third election within a year. Now, though, Gantz has, if only just, a majority of parliament members recommending him for Prime Minister, 61 out of 120, and he's sounding confident.
The time has come for fewer empty words and more big acts. The time has come to set aside boycotts and swords and reconnect again all the tribes of Israel and all the citizens of Israel. We will beat the coronavirus. We will pass through this crisis. We will defeat the hatred because our hope is not gone yet.
Days after Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu called on Gantz to join him in an emergency government, Gantz returned the favour, except with him, not Netanyahu, at its head. At Israel's parliament, the Knesset, cleaners disinfected the chamber ahead of the official swearing in of its newly elected and re-elected members, a measure to stave off coronavirus infection, but likely to raise a rueful chuckle from voters who've watched their politics drag through the dirt this past year. Then, another sign of these times of pandemic, Parliament declared open by the President in a chamber empty, save for Netanyahu and Gantz and the Knesset Speaker.
In democracy, we may be able to replace the leadership, but we cannot replace the people. Not some of it, not one half of it, and not the other half of it. We were destined to live together, and so I have just one request to make of you. Give this people a government.
Israel's new coronavirus restrictions ban gatherings of more than 10. The members were sworn in 3 at a time. There are questions how this new parliament will function under such conditions. Questions, too, about what kind of government Benny Gantz can hope to form. One option is a minority government supported by the 15 mainly Palestinian-Israeli members of the joint list. But some within Gantz's own ranks oppose that, so he may not get the votes. The other option is a unity deal with Netanyahu, but on Gantz's terms, that would require Netanyahu to give up the premiership, a position he's desperate to retain ahead of his corruption trial, delayed by the coronavirus crisis until May. Gantz says he'll try to form a government within days. He has 28 until his mandate expires. A fourth election is still grimly possible. Harry Fawcett, Al Jazeera, West Jerusalem.